Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to English Listen Easy. Let's make English easy and fun today.
Hi, everyone. Emma here, and I am very happy to be back in the studio with Jack.
Happy to be here. Although I will say today's topic makes me a little embarrassed because I have a story and it is not a proud story.
Oh, good. I love those. Tell me everything.
Okay, so we are talking about shadowing today, and I want to start with my story because I think it will help listeners understand exactly what shadowing is.
Go ahead. I am ready.
So, a couple of years ago, I was learning a new accent. I was listening to a podcast and I was repeating everything out loud. The same sentences, the same rhythm, the same sounds. I was really into it.
Okay, Anne?
And I forgot I was on the bus.
No.
I was just sitting there talking to myself out loud, copying a voice from my headphones. And a woman next to me slowly moved her bag to the other side and looked at the window.
She was trying to get away from you.
She absolutely was. But here's the thing. It worked. My accent got so much better that month, so I have no regrets. Zero.
That is honestly the best way to start this topic, because shadowing can feel really silly, and it can look really silly, but the results are real.
So let's explain what it actually is for anyone who has never heard of it. Shadowing is when you listen to a native speaker, or any good speaker, and you try to say exactly what they say, at the same time or just a second behind them.
You copy everything, not just the words, the speed, the rhythm, the way sounds connect, the ups and downs of the voice, everything.
It's like being an actor who is trying to imitate another actor perfectly. Every small detail matters.
And that word, imitate, is actually our word of the episode today. Did you notice Jack used it just now?
I did. Was that planned?
A little bit. So, imitate. Does everyone know this word? Jack, what does it mean to you?
Okay, so to imitate someone means to copy them, to do what they do, say what they say, sound like they sound. Like when a child imitates their parent. They watch and they copy.
Exactly. And it's not a bad thing. Imitation is actually one of the best ways to learn. Think about how babies learn to speak. They do not study grammar rules. They listen and they imitate.
They hear mama and they try to make that sound again and again until one day it comes out right.
And that's exactly what shadowing does for adult learners. You're training your mouth to make new sounds, new rhythms, new patterns. And the way to train your mouth is to imitate a lot.
And your brain alone cannot do it. You can know perfectly well how a word sounds, but if your mouth has never practiced making that sound, it won't come out right when you need it.
It's like riding a bike. You can read about balance all day, but until your body actually practices, nothing happens.
So how do you actually do shadowing? Like, what does a session look like?
Okay, so this is how I do it. First, I pick something short, like 30 seconds to 1 minute of audio, a podcast, a scene from a show, a YouTube video, anything with clear, natural speech.
And it should be at a level you can mostly understand. Not too easy, not too hard.
Right. Then I listen once or twice without speaking, just to get the meaning and the general feeling of it.
And then you start copying.
Then I start copying. I play it again and I talk along, trying to match the speaker as closely as I can. Same speed, same pauses, same music of the voice.
And do you look at a transcript? Like, do you have the text in front of you?
At the beginning, yes, it helps. You can read along and focus more on the sound. But later, when you know the text, try without it. Just listen and follow.
I do it a little differently. I like to pause the audio after each sentence and then imitate just that sentence. Pause, imitate, play, pause, imitate, like a loop.
That works too, especially if the audio is fast or if there are sounds you find hard to make. Slowing it down and going piece by piece is totally fine.
And here's the key thing. You have to say it out loud, not in your head. Your mouth needs to actually move.
This is where a lot of people give up because it feels embarrassing. Even alone in your room, it can feel strange to just talk to a recording.
But that embarrassed feeling is actually a sign that something real is happening. Your brain is working hard. Your mouth is doing something new. That discomfort means you are learning.
And that is actually connected to something we talked about in a recent episode, the word replace. Because when you shadow, you are slowly replacing your old pronunciation habits with new ones.
Exactly. Every time you imitate a native speaker and get a sound right, even for 1 second, you're replacing the old version with something closer to the real thing.
And here's what I love about shadowing. You do not have to think about grammar while you do it. You just focus on sound, on music, on rhythm. Your brain is absorbing patterns without even trying.
And I think that's why it works so well for people who feel stuck, because sometimes you're tired of studying rules. You just want to feel like you're moving forward.
Shadowing gives you that feeling immediately. After even 10 minutes, you can hear a difference in how you sound.
Okay, listeners, quick break here. If you're finding this episode useful, please subscribe so you don't miss our next ones. We really love having you here.
And I want to share my own embarrassing shadowing story because Jack shared his.
Oh yes, please.
So when I first tried shadowing, I was at home alone. I picked a scene from a TV show, a character I really liked, and I was imitating her voice, her accent, her attitude, everything.
Good so far.
And my roommate came home early, and she stood at the door for about 30 seconds just watching me talk to the TV in a voice that was not my own.
What did she say?
She said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes, this is an English method." And she said, "Okay," and went to her room and closed the door very quietly.
Very quietly, that's the detail.
Like she didn't want to disturb whatever was happening.
But did you keep going?
I kept going, and honestly, that character's voice really helped me. I started to notice when I was using her rhythm in my own speech, and it felt more natural, more relaxed.
And that's the goal, right? To replace your old, stiff way of speaking with something that flows better, something that feels more like real English in your body, not just in your head.
And I think a lot of learners spend so much time reading and studying, which is also important, but they forget that speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth, your throat, your breath, they all need training.
It's like going to the gym. You can't just watch videos about lifting weights, you have to actually lift the weights.
And shadowing is your speaking gym. Even 10 minutes a day makes a real difference over time.
What kind of material do you recommend? Like, what's the best thing to shadow?
Honestly, something you enjoy, because if you're bored, you'll stop. If you love comedy shows, shadow a comedian. If you love podcasts, shadow a podcast host. If you like music, you can even try to imitate how a singer speaks between songs.
I used to shadow sports commentary because I liked the energy. The guy was always excited and speaking fast, and I loved trying to keep up.
Did you keep up?
Never, not once, but I got faster.
That's a win.
100%.
And one more tip. Record yourself sometimes. I know, nobody likes to hear their own voice, but it's so useful. You listen back and you can really hear the difference. You can track your progress.
And that word, track, we talked about this before. When you track your progress, you can see how far you've come, and that keeps you motivated.
Because progress in speaking is slow. Day to day, you don't always feel it. But if you listen to a recording from 2 months ago, you'll hear it.
Okay, let's bring it home. We talked about shadowing today, what it is, why it works, and how to actually do it.
The idea is simple. Find a speaker you like, listen closely, and imitate them. Copy the sound, the speed, the rhythm. Do it out loud, even if it feels silly.
And be patient. Your mouth needs time to learn new movements. Replace the old habits slowly, one session at a time.
And our word of the episode was imitate. Try using it this week. You can imitate a speaker you like. You can imitate a sound that is hard for you. You can tell a friend, I'm learning English by imitating native speakers.
Leave a comment with one sentence using imitate. Something like, I try to imitate the way my favorite podcast host speaks. Or anything that feels real and personal to you. Writing it down helps your brain hold on to the word much better.
And our previous word was replace, and we used it today too. Did you catch it? We talked about replacing old pronunciation habits with new ones. That's what shadowing does.
If this episode was helpful, please like it, share it, and subscribe. It helps us reach more learners, and it means a lot to us.
We'll be back very soon with another real English conversation. Until then, take care.
And keep imitating. It's one of the best things you can do for your English. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.